Hello, welcome to SakshiEducation.com. We have a very special guest with us, a Group's 2018 topper and Deputy Superintendent of Police, DSP Bhavya with us. First of all, very congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, good to have you here.
Yes, my pleasure.
First of all, that I would like to ask you, what exactly aspirants or that in whoever like they appear or prepare for this Group 1s should do? Let me start with that, because the people who have I come across, they do not have an idea how to prepare. First of all, that is a primary thing, isn't it?
Yes.
So I would like to start with that.
Sir, conventionally every topper will tell that you have to follow the syllabus, there are a set of books we have to follow, then we have to have focus, and moreover we have to be consistent. So these are the set of strategies which every topper follows. But in my journey, I feel there is also another dimension which I want to add, that is you have to be emotionally balanced. This emotional journey, it can just take you in or out.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel if you have a good emotional quotient, definitely this will help you to pursue a profession. I cannot assure that you will definitely get groups as civil services, but you will definitely go very high in your life.
Okay.
If you have IQ plus EQ.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very good element that you have added, because I heard in many places, or the toppers, like whoever I interacted with, EQ is equally important.
Yes.
As it is IQ.
Yes.
But where exactly this would come into the place? I'm wondering that where EQ comes into place.
Sir, EQ plays a very major role because this syllabus is very vast. So this knowledge which is going to be just like the vast ocean, I feel, because you have to read everything beneath the sky.
Yes.
So because they can ask you anything. So you have to balance yourself when you are reading, like what you have to read.
Okay.
That is the first dimension. Now you are a part of a society, so family will definitely question you. What is your next profession or what next? Then the neighbors will ask you if you go home.
Okay.
like for the past 3-4 years you are into this field.
Yes.
So what is
People
wrong with you?
constantly would be looking at you and watching you, that what are you going to become?
What is like, why are you taking so much risk in life? Settle for something less.
Okay.
So that
is Bhavya a person who can settle?
Definitely no.
Okay.
Definitely a big no.
Okay.
So
what was the driving point, Bhavya?
I feel since childhood I was always into social services. Like it was an involuntary thing which was building in me, because it was not voluntary. I was part of the Sri Sathya Sai group of institutions.
Okay.
So where EduCare is a part of our curriculum, because it's a value-based education system which we are taught there.
Okay.
It is not a rote-based or knowledge-based learning. So that was always there at the core of my heart and my brain, that I have to be grounded, I have to have human values. And moreover, that we have a curriculum where a part of our year will be allotted only for Grama Seva.
Okay.
So we are like divided into groups. Yeah, community service. We are divided into groups based on our age groups.
Okay.
So the lower sections will be packing the parcels. The higher sections and the boys will be going into the villages and distribution.
Okay.
So it was like so fun doing service. So once I had come out of that institution, that was still there in me. Like I have to do something for the people.
Okay.
So I always, like, if you are into such, you can be part of NGOs, that is definitely helping, but we should always, you can also be a problem solver also. Just instead of listening to the problems, if you have a position where I can solve the problem, so it will definitely give me a lot of happiness.
Okay, so I see the instinct.
Yes.
But is there any incidents where it got provoked inside you that where you have to be in this place, whether a civil servant or a Group 1 achiever? I can call you a DSP now.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I cannot recollect a single incident, because there are a lot of incidents which I am reading in the newspaper, because the newspapers are just flooded with news, where you can see a girl child being raped, and there is no age restriction when it comes to the sexual violence. And during COVID time, when the higher society was just enjoying, like having a me time in the like in the house. They are having a good time with their relatives. There was a section where women were being succumb to domestic violence.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So now I want to be that person where we can, those women come out and come to these offices like women, if they are into this kind of departments, it is very easy for them, like okay, there is a woman, I can go and tell my answer, because ultimately though our society is just evolving, we are a patriarchal society where the culture is still, it is still, it has to still evolve. So I feel women will be more comfortable telling their problems.
Okay, so you think that it is being women, there being a woman is more helpful for the people who ever approach her?
Yes, culturally it is more approachable, because a male officer will definitely listen to the problem, because legally everybody has a responsibility to solve the problem.
Correct.
But when it comes to cultural society, because we are like it's a composite culture, so definitely the women will feel more comfortable going and telling their problem.
Wonderful. So
Yeah.
what did you feel first time, and what is your take on Draupadi Murmu being a president of India today?
I felt so empowered. I'm filled with pride, which I say like, wow, we have a women president now.
Yeah, a person like who was like bottom low at the pyramid,
Yes.
today is sitting on the highest position of the constitution.
Yes, it's
yeah.
like it's an answer to the to everyone that India stands for women empowerment.
Correct. And may I know Bhavya's family background?
Yes, my father is actually a headmaster, and my mother is a health supervisor.
That ring the bells.
Yes, they give a lot of importance to education in our family, and a lot of service. That's why both my parents are into government services.
Okay.
So I have seen them at a very closer angle how they are doing service. So, but I wanted to take it to a higher pedestal,
Okay.
making them feel much proud of me.
Yeah. So what was their first reaction?
I feel they were shocked.
Is it? Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's like it feels so amusing, because my parents, when they just go through the newspapers of toppers, and like they will be having that kind of feeling, when will my daughter come one day. So suddenly seeing me in the newspapers, they were feeling so
Was there any point where Bhavya is apprehensive or kind of inhibitant, where their parents they were constantly looking at the toppers in the newspaper, but where she is not appearing over there?
Yes, it was quite pressurizing, because I was going to into a journey, like there is a lot of syllabus and a lot of competition which I have to face, but my parents will not be knowing that much what I am going through. Though in a really when they are seeing me, I am studying a lot, they'll think that their daughter has to deserve, why is she not coming?
Okay.
So it was building a little like pressure, there's a pressure building in me actually.
Okay.
But somewhere I was like,
that's when the EQ comes.
that's true.
Okay.
That's true, that's definitely true, because you have to balance and assure your parents. So definitely your daughter will make it.
Right.
Your daughter will give you something big.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I'll give you, because it is a very unpredictable
Yes.
journey.
Correct,
Or just now I can just tell, because a person who has not made it into the groups will be just away like by 3 or 4 marks. It's a very narrow margin,
Yes.
whether you are in or out.
Yes.
So it's not that the toppers are great.
Yeah.
It's just about a little bit of hard work and a luck factor also, I feel.
Okay, I see a bit of modesty here. But tell me the difference, Bhavya Garu. Sorry. Bhavya Garu, that the difference between being parents, they always support you, they have, you have their back, versus a spouse, especially after marriage. First of all, I'm surprised, what made you to being convinced by your parents saying that, you get married, then you do whatever, you have to do in terms of, achieving your goals?
Yes, being a girl child, though my parents have a inner desire that they want their child to still be persistent, they will also be pressurized by the other family members, why is your child not getting married, or her age is like the conventional number is 21, 22,
Yeah.
and then this journey will be reaching 25 and will be still searching.
Okay.
And my parents will be definitely getting pressurized.
Right.
Like we have to get her married. So they'll try to convince us, okay, we'll find a spouse who will support you.
Okay.
And then you pursue this journey.
Okay.
So this maturity which I had right now, I feel if I had back then,
Okay.
I would have tried to explain them more.
Okay.
And maybe I would have become achieved my civil servant, being a civil servant, no, that dream.
Okay. You still have that in you now?
Yeah, definitely I
Yes?
have.
Okay.
Somewhere in my heart is there, I want to, but it's an unpredictable journey.
Okay.
So I'll try my best.
Okay. Tell me about family.
Actually my parents are into, my mother is, her name is C. Chandrakala,
Okay.
and she's a health supervisor, as I told, and my father is G. Venkatram Reddy.
Yeah. This is the time where you have to say about your husband.
G. Venkatram Reddy,
Okay.
and then I have a sibling,
Okay.
my sister. She's Pravalika, and she's a lawyer actually by profession.
Okay. Okay.
And my brother is studying MBBS. I have a 2-year-old son.
Okay.
So
Okay. So he's too young to just grasp all this, like where.
he's
and
so
what
confused.
Okay.
Like where my mother goes, I'll appear like in a gap of 6 months. Sometimes I go out, I have to study, I have to stay away from him. So the most painful in this journey was he was calling me sister.
Oh wow.
So instead of calling me mother.
Okay.
So that was the most painful thing in this journey.
Okay. But today you have achieved.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Right. Right.
I feel sacrifices will be a part of this journey.
Is it? Okay.
Definitely,
So
you
people
have to
need to be ready
sacrifice.
for the sacrifices.
Definitely, you have to be like, if you want to pursue some goal which is it's a exhausting journey, I feel. So you have to give your time.
Okay.
So there will be a sacrificing journey also, like you have to sacrifice your time with your friends, family, your son,
Yes, true,
your
true.
everything.
So people say that when you are settled, settled in the sense when you're working somewhere
Yeah.
with some organization, that you would tend to settle there.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
because where you can see the money. Of course, like how small, big is okay.
Yes.
But that is like satisfying your wants or needs of that regular life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Then you require the driving, the force where you have to aim higher.
Yes.
Like you're saying now that you're not going to settle here,
Yes.
right? So what was that? Was it true? Like what people say, that when the employment you're settled in one thing,
Yes.
and it is very hard to just look up for higher.
Yes.
Yes.
I
what were the
feel,
challenges?
Yeah, I am a clear example of this because when I was trying to prepare for civil services, like everybody was telling, get some job, go there, earn your money, and then supply your money for your own coaching and pursue this long journey.
Yeah.
So when I got my railway job, like through RRB,
Okay.
that was a survival.
Okay. Okay.
It was not a passion, but for me it was a survival because I have to get a job so that I won't be questioned.
Okay.
So, but every day I go to my job. My job is really a very interesting job because I'm working as a controller.
Okay.
Yeah, in the operating department
Okay.
of Southern Railways.
Okay.
So
What was your part of the job?
Yeah, so I am like into the traffic management.
Okay.
So I manage the traffic from Velachery to beach.
All
That is
right.
the section which I am allotted.
Okay.
The first day was very interesting because I'm like filled with a control room and all the controls of the
So you've
traffic
been there in action.
in action. It was so nice because the railway safety is in my hands.
Very good.
And I am like, people are relaxing in the train and I'm the part of their safety.
Yes.
So like as the time passed, I was like, I want to be with the people, not with the machines.
Okay. Okay. So,
So-
as that you're a people person from the beginning.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Indirectly I am helping, but I want to interact more. In railways, we have to follow a fixed protocol. Like
Okay.
I have to be with the preset rules.
Okay.
So because railways are running with rules.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the timings,
There's no liberty.
There's no liberty in
Yes.
taking action.
True.
I have to just send the trains, receive the trains.
True.
I have to manage it.
Yeah.
So I wanted a platform where I can put my services at a diverse scale,
Okay. So where you can interact. Okay.
and do more.
Mm.
So that was the driving instinct.
Wonderful. And how many hours like did you put in there in preparation?
To tell frankly, my job was a shift-based job.
Okay.
So like I had to work like 10-hour shift,
Mm-hmm.
then a 6-hour shift, like that. So during my working hours, I cannot study because I have to be focused on the management of the traffic.
Yes.
Then when I come back, I have to manage my child.
Okay.
So it was so exhausting. So when my child used to sleep, I used to carry him, and I used to have a mobile always.
Okay.
To be having notes in my mobile and revising, reading the current affairs. So I used to steal the time.
Yes, it's like a mission that you
Yes.
know what you've been through.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you once again that
Yeah.
your tenacity, I must say.
Yeah.
So what your husband used to say that in this process, like working there for hours, coming back, taking care of a child who is
Yes.
like barely 2 years.
2 years. 2 years child.
And you doing your preparation. It's
Yes.
not really easy.
I feel the entire family has supported me a lot in this journey. So friends had played a major role.
Okay. What do you have to say if family is not supported when somebody achieved this? What would be the giving back?
If family is not supporting, I feel you should be self-motivated, and you should have that self-drive and not depend on others' support, and because you will definitely have time where you can study and not means if somebody is supporting, it's very good because it will be an plus point. If they are not supporting, I feel you should not complain about that and try to study on your own. No need to share that you're studying or something because you have to balance the family also, and success will definitely speak.
Okay. Wonderful.
So they will also be proud because they will have in their back of mind, I
Yes.
wish that I had supported her.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So
This would be a very good message.
Yeah, success definitely will speak to them.
Right. To be precise, like how many hours you had to put in there for preparation and cook?
If I had a week off, I would spend around 9 hours.
9 hours
I
straight?
used to 9 hours straight. Well, not like I'll take breaks.
Okay.
I'll keep I used to keep my child with someone whom I could trust because both my parents are employees, and during the work days I used to get 4 to 5 hours.
4 to 5
But when the time, like when the exam was nearing, I gave my child to my parents, and my father and my mother they were like the pillars
Okay.
of my strength and all.
We thank them also
Yes.
on this opportunity. Yes. And Bhavya garu, meer cheppandi, is it like coaching is very important for someone to achieve Group 1?
For me, I feel I had not gone to any institute
Okay.
other
Any
than
training or coaching? No.
for groups.
Okay.
I think hybrid learning will be a solution because
Okay. What exactly is that?
hybrid learning is a mixture. Like
Okay.
you can if you go with the help of coaching institutions, you can have a focus on the syllabus and the set of books, or like your answers will be evaluated, and through self study you will have innovation.
Okay.
Which is like now, because competition is like growing, everybody is aware of these kind of exams.
True.
So you have to just stand out.
True.
So your innovation will play a major role here.
Yeah. Do you think we need a change, or is there a room to change in our education system?
Now like when I am seeing nowadays, this youth, which like the younger, like after this new education policy, I think this is a right time where India is like moving on in its journey towards changing the education, because rote learning will definitely not help.
Right.
Mostly people are just concentrating on the grades. So that time what happens is the child will just concentrate on how to improve the grades rather than improving the knowledge on that particular topic.
Right.
And how to apply. Application of that knowledge is most important.
Okay.
So if you know how to apply, we'll have diversified careers.
Correct.
Or else everybody will have a bunch of engineers or doctors.
Correct.
I'm not degrading those professions, because we are just tuned to being in that.
Stereotype.
It's a stereotype.
Yes.
I am also an engineer. I don't know why I did engineering.
Okay.
Frankly.
Okay.
So
What do you have to have in your mind while doing engineering?
I always wanted to come into services, but
Okay.
that time my parents were telling me like, do some degree.
Okay, okay.
If you
So
do
that
engineering.
now that people whoever doing engineering, they can still achieve this group 1
Definitely,
or civils.
definitely.
Okay.
And if you want to come into services, I feel you don't need to do engineering. You
Okay.
can do any other career because
Correct.
you just need a degree.
Did you ever think about alternative than this, like serving people through group 1 or civils? If I may ask you, like what is that alternative plan you had in your mind?
I would have become a teacher.
Okay, again interacting.
So
Okay.
I love interaction.
Mm.
So teaching is my passion.
Okay.
So whenever I used
And
to
the
have
dad is there as your hero.
Yes.
Okay.
My father is a great teacher.
Mhm.
And he teaches kids in a very different way.
Mhm.
So maybe that was the inspiration, like when I see my dad teach kids, I'm like so amused because it's fun based learning.
Okay.
He teaches primary school.
Okay.
So maybe I would have become a teacher.
Wonderful. Bhavya, and another thing that very key factor what I feel is getting prepared once and getting trained or taking coaching is one aspect. And the
Okay.
second thing is interview,
Yes.
where you have to present everything what you have.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
What is it? Is it like self skill what you have to say, or can it be attained, or can be trained up for that, facing an interview? There are books, of course, but there are no books for facing an interview.
Yes.
Because you never know that what kind of a question you would be asked.
Yes.
Yes.
Interview is nothing but a reflection of your personality.
Hmm.
So if you have to, like for any job you go, you have to sell yourself.
Yeah.
So
True.
to be frank, you have to know the skill of selling yourself.
Okay. Okay.
You have to be very honest.
Mhm.
So to be honest, you have to develop those qualities.
Okay.
Because you can, the panel members who are interviewing are very highly professionals.
Of course.
So they will definitely know whether you are telling the truth or you are trying to
Manipulate or
Yeah.
modify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if for this interview preparation will definitely be a reflection of your personality. So you should train your personality towards that path. Like a coaching institution can just give you books,
Okay.
but it will not be. Those questions may not come.
Correct.
You have
That's
to
what
face
my
it. You
yeah,
have to
point
face
is,
it.
yeah. Will there be a what do you call, a place or a stage where that you have to change a person to person? A transition
Yes.
takes place while you prepare for an interview. Yeah.
Yeah, you to help people.
Because as you say that
yeah.
you need to have honesty,
Yes.
right? You
Yes.
need to present what you are in real.
In real.
Okay. So there is a room for changing as a person within
Yes,
yourself.
yes.
Right. What
Yes.
exactly that, if I may ask you?
To give my personal experience, actually I was not, generally when I interact with new people, I generally don't open up very fast.
Okay.
So that is my, means I know that is my loophole, like
Okay.
where I
so
have
the
to correct
personal
it.
trait where we can
Yeah.
say yes, of
so
course.
so interview, I have to cover this trait.
Mhm.
So I took help of friends.
Okay.
I had some mock interviews with my friends.
Okay.
And there was a sir named Dermat.
Okay.
Yeah, he helped me a lot in this journey.
Okay.
And Mr. M.L. Satyanarayana,
Uh-huh.
he was my life coach. He
Okay.
gives me how to deal with this society.
Okay.
He helped me a lot
Life
in this
skills.
life skills. He is
Okay.
my, he taught me. So
Okay.
these two people played a major role in how to present myself in the interview.
Okay. Mock interviews, are they helpful?
Yeah, definitely they are helpful.
Okay.
Mock interviews, but I had not attended in any coaching institution.
Mhm.
I took help of Mr. Dermat.
Mhm.
He played a major role, and my parents and my family, like my friends also supported me.
Okay. So how are they feeling now?
They were like, oh, she has become an officer. They are not able to take it, but they are very happy. I can see their happiness in their teary eyes.
Right. Correct. That
Yeah.
police is a major, like what do you call that, very important a position in society, where we generally people give them a right to control,
Yes.
right, a
Yes.
general public. You being there today.
Yes.
So what is your way of operating your work or responsibility, if I say?
Actually I'm very passionate into this services because I want to be a solution for the problems of the girl child. I mean, I want to be the change I want to see.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. And I want to be a leader inspiring my staff and not delaying the justice, because justice delayed is definitely justice denied. I want them to be prompt in delivering the justice. I want to just inspire my other cadre officers. So I want to be in that position and make the society more safe and secure, so that everybody will live happily.
Okay. What is your opinion right now on police?
Police officer is always seen with fear, because as soon as somebody says police, they have some fear.
Okay. Is it good or bad, or like it has to be there? What is your take on it?
For a disciplined society, I feel there should be an element of discipline. Like if somebody is doing wrong, they should have the fear that we will be checked. So better not do wrong.
Yeah.
So taking in that way, there should be this force which is very disciplined. It will help in that.
Okay.
And if somebody has a problem, they should not have the fear to go and approach. So he must be easily approachable while controlling and maintaining the discipline.
Wonderful. And what is your take on a friendly police?
That's what I'm trying to tell. He should be a leader, because a leader will definitely not try to
suppress
the people's problems. He should be easily approachable for those people who are facing the problem, and he should gain the trust that if you go to this officer, he will solve our problem.
Right. Wonderful. Now let's educate or give tips to the students or aspirants, whoever wants to do this group 1 or civils, whatever. Kind of what kind of a pattern questions that you tend to get, and what kind of what is the way of giving a proper answer in appropriate way? Okay.
So as compared to previous years, the trend has been changing.
Okay.
So the trend I have witnessed in the groups is it is more easily towards the civil services, the syllabus. So they have put on par with the civil services syllabus.
Okay.
So even the subjects or the topics is more similar to civil services.
Okay.
So when it comes to prelims, I feel instead of just reading the previous, the general static syllabus, you should be an avid reader of newspaper.
Okay.
Because that will definitely help us.
Okay.
And when you read any topic, you should read it in a complete way.
Okay.
Like you should understand it. So that, because the questions are now application based. So to answer that, you have to understand. And when it comes to mains, I feel you should have writing practice, because you have to answer every question within 7 to 8 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to be well prepared to answer all the questions. So every topic in the syllabus, you should have you can have your own notes.
Okay.
Along with your own notes, you can have a diagram or a graph or a pie chart. Means that's the way you like how you can put your answer in a better way.
Okay.
Compared to others.
Okay.
So for all my answers, I had put this formula of any diagram or any schematic representation. So that will gain the attention of the examiner when he is correcting.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Now that since you said that reading newspaper is a element that that attracted my thing, is in today's age, newspapers are being like now every paper has their own side.
Yes, yes,
yes. Yes, of course, it's very unfortunate. Yes. But how do you determine, right, what is right, what is wrong? Of course, when it says about history, of course, all newspapers are good, yes, same. Yes. But when it comes to current affairs,
yes,
right,
yes,
where you have to explain what is what. Do you think is there any a gap or a challenge where you need to really apply your own minds, like what to pick and what not?
Definitely, we have to apply the mind, because newspaper is now flooded with politically inclined news, yes, also. Yes, yes. So you have to choose, aligned. So you have to choose what topic you have to read, and you can actually have a means the issue, it should be issue based learning.
Right.
That's what I can tell, because through issue based learning you cannot like directly criticize, because you can tell it like what suggestions you can give for this issue. That way you can put your answer.
Okay.
So, so that it won't be offending anybody who corrects you.
Right.
Because you are entering into a government service.
Right.
So you have to have this kind of knack.
Okay. Okay. So logical application.
Yes. How can you like what suggestions? Like you can put to to resolve this issue. This is my suggestion, like instead of that way you can write your answer.
Okay. Now entire world, like yeah, not now, I may say that probably if you look back like 2 or 4 or 5 years, it is always like science, mathematics,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Engineering based, or like doctors are always there, of course.
Yes.
But what do you have to advise to the students? Is there only maths and science you have to learn to excel in life, or like group ones? What exactly you got to be really clear about, if I may ask you about the subjects?
Okay. Actually, our curriculum should be we have to have a curriculum which exposes to many subjects.
Okay.
Like when you compare to like international syllabus, the children have the option to choose what they want to read.
But not every child has that luxury.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I feel government should give that curriculum.
Okay.
They have to already through this education policy which has come, they are suggesting like this kind. So when the curriculum changes, the children are exposed to more subjects.
Correct.
Because of the lesser exposure of people are just inclined like either the science or the math stream. If you have like for arts, for drawing, like anything you can have, ultimately you should be happy with the or passionate about the profession you are in.
Okay.
Journalism,
Okay.
everything you should be, it means the child should be exposed, so that when he comes to the right age, he can understand like this is the subject which I liked.
Okay.
So let me try in this way.
Okay.
So
okay.
I feel that should change, so
Okay.
that more careers or more opportunities will be building in the society.
Yeah. So the group one, if I ask you in precisely that no matter a student do whatever in his graduation level,
Yes.
right? What should be his mode of preparation to achieve group one?
Sticking on to the syllabus, because syllabus will give us the like approach, like because as I said, knowledge is very vast. So you have to always abide by the syllabus which is there. Previous year's questions will help us.
Okay.
And choosing the right examples from the newspapers.
Okay.
Having discussion with friends, because having discussion with friends helped me a lot
Okay.
in my journey,
Okay.
because friends
But is it not a wavelength matters when you speak about people? Or you may see that is also an opportunity where you tend to talk with the different mindsets of a people.
that's where we can gain, because I had a friend named Subhash, and he helped me with economics
Okay.
approach.
Okay.
And another friend called Lokesh and Prem Sai and Sai Krishna. I had like the list goes.
Okay.
Okay.
About the subjects you're talking about.
So
Okay.
each one was like very good. I was like, when I talked to them, I felt okay, this person is very good in this subject.
Okay.
So let me take his approach.
Okay.
So I chose like that from each person,
Wonderful.
and I implemented their ideas.
Oh, wonderful.
So if you are like very alone and secluded, maybe I would not have gained this advantage.
Right.
And because it's a very long journey, if you have group learning, it adds more boost
Okay.
to our study.
Okay. If I may ask you that what one quality or one setback where you need to overcome.
Okay. I think mostly this patience which I was losing sometimes.
Okay.
I have to be more patient.
Okay.
And sometimes I was, because I had a child, I had to leave my kid back at home. It was very emotionally draining.
I know.
So I have to be more balanced in that. That was the drawback which I had.
Okay. Now you have become a deputy superintendent of police.
Yes.
What is the mission? What is the first thing that you want to focus on?
The first thing, as I said, girl child, save the girl child.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the main.
So you have any
focus.
ideas where you can share with the higher authorities or the government, where the system what is right now can be changed to somehow, like where the help will reach to the needy?
I have one idea where actually the crime, you cannot just punish the criminal, because he'll just become more violent or rebellious. There should be a transformation at the family level or the education level which should happen. So I
Do
feel
you really believe it? Yes.
Definitely I believe, because people who are into this background of crime and all, like I'm not just generalizing, when you take it in a higher percentage scale,
Okay.
the family time or the value based time which that child was exposed to was very less.
Okay.
So that was the inclination which had drived him
Towards
away
crime.
towards crime. So if we should have a transformation activities which can happen, like officers should have some programs, like how you can inspire people or trying to tell them the values or teach them. It should be transformation rather than punishing, like punishing should be there, but next
the
time
change
it should not.
come like, you know,
Through transformation. He should have that next time I should not do this. That kind of thing should be there.
Yeah, today you have achieved this, Bhavya Garu, and if I have to ask you, who do you give credit to?
First at the spiritual level, my guru Shri Sathya Sai Baba. So that was a school which instilled me this values and my confidence, and my parents because they helped me a lot in this journey. They were there always standing by me, like, and my friends, and finally my son because he sacrificed me.
yeah. So obviously, but, you know, you must be having, I mean, you must have had sleepless nights.
Definitely. I want to really thank my son also, because he was able to stay away from me.
Yeah, I hope and I wish that he will watch this interview, you know, down the line.
Definitely, I'll show him.
Thank you so much, Bhavya Garu, and you know, finally, that, you know, what advice you want to give to the aspirants?
Have self-confidence in yourself, and know why you want to go into this service. If you know what is the reason, like what is the core reason why you want to be into this service, it is very, very helpful, because it will not lower your confidence, and then be emotionally balanced. I'm always trying to stress on EQ, because EQ is going to definitely help us in this emotionally draining journey. So self-confidence and EQ will definitely play a major role.
Noted in bold and underlined.
Yes.
Yes, and another thing, the final thing, a career building, is it important to achieve this, or a service orientation? Because one cannot be just an achiever in groups or civils if he has just the career in mind.
Yes.
Correct me if I am wrong.
Yes, definitely. Means a higher percentage, because there are some people, like some aspirants,
they still see it as a career.
Some aspirants might have achieved because they wanted a very great position in society. But if you have this service also in your mind, every day would be a passionate day for you in your life. Means you can live your life.
Yeah, and you should love what you do.
Yes, that is what. Like when you go to office and your passion is the same, it is such a refreshing life. And when you sleep, you will have a very satisfying day.
Wonderful, Bhavya Garu. You know, very great to have you here.
Yes.
And I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. And you know, I was told, and you know, I also grasped something, and you know, heard something, that you are not settled here, and you know, you will reach the heights what you aspire.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.